Among the treasures found inside King Tutankhamun's tomb, there was a necklace which had a unique stone. The special thing about this stone was that no one had ever seen a stone like this before, and no one knew its name. To know more about this greenish-yellow stone, thousands of stone experts tried their luck. But this small piece of stone was very different from all the stones found on Earth. And people started to believe that this unique stone was not from Earth. Rather, it came from another planet. But scientists did not agree. Several years later, when modern technology became powerful, a group of scientists did a lab test of this unique stone from Tutankhamun's necklace. And the result they got created a sensation in the whole scientific world. Viewers, 650 kilometers from the Pyramid of Giza, situated in the middle of the limestone mountains, this place is called the Valley of the Kings. Thousands of years ago, kings and queens of Egypt were buried here with all their treasures. Many such beautiful tombs filled with treasure became prey to grave robbers. But there was one such tomb which was found intact. How did this tomb escape the jaws of grave robbers, and when and how was it found? You can watch a detailed video about this. This tomb was of King Tutankhamun, who ruled Egypt approximately 3,500 years ago. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's mummy and his treasure created a sensation in the world. And to see this treasure, people from all over the world started coming here. The treasure contains thousands of objects made of pure gold. Among that treasure, there was a necklace decorated with different colors of precious stones. Among these stones, the most beautiful and the biggest was fitted in the middle of the necklace. All the other items were identifiable. But no one had seen this beautiful stone in the middle of the necklace before. Thousands of mineralogists and stone experts were invited, but none could find anything. There are 200 known gemstones, but this unique stone was very different from all of them. There was something in that piece of stone that would surprise everyone. The locals were forced to believe that this stone was a magical stone, or that it came from an alien planet. After several years, a group of scientists and mineralogists did its lab testing, because they believed that lab testing would reveal everything. But the mystery intensified instead of being solved. From the laboratory test, one thing was clear. The object which was considered a stone for all these years was not a stone. Rather, it was a piece of glass. And the fact that was bothering the experts was that the properties of this piece of glass were quite different from normal glass. Normally, glass is volcanic, i.e., when hot lava quickly gets cooled, it becomes glass. When lava comes in direct contact with water, it transforms into black-colored crystal glass. But this piece of glass neither looked volcanic nor did lab testing prove anything as such. Laboratory tests further revealed that this piece of glass was created with a temperature of more than 1,800 degrees Celsius, whereas the boiling lava coming out of a volcano has a temperature of 1,100 degrees Celsius. Where did the ancient Egyptians get hold of this piece of glass? And this was the question that constantly bothered researchers. Egyptologists, scientists, and mineralogists all over the world had no clue because this piece of glass had become a mystery. Many years passed, but no one could figure out where this precious glass came from. And finally, the day came that everybody was waiting for. The African Sahara is so vast that it is spread throughout many countries. This desert, spread across 9.2 million square kilometers, is a part of Algeria, Mauritania, Mali, Niger, Libya, and Sudan. And a big portion of it lies in Egypt. 1,000 kilometers away from the Egyptian Museum in the city of Cairo, where Tutankhamun's treasure is kept, a caravan was passing through the middle of the desert. They noticed that, in the desert far and wide, some objects were shining in the sand. When they went closer, they saw hundreds of thousands of scattered pieces of glass. And this was exactly the same kind of glass that was found in the necklace of Tutankhamun. This scenario was quite strange. To find so many pieces of glass in a place which remained secluded for years was really surprising. This news spread like wildfire in all of Egypt. And the team of researchers who had been investigating this piece of glass for years also got the news. The answer to the question which remained unanswered for all these years was now in front of everyone. The glass from Tutankhamun's necklace was brought from Egypt's desert, 1,000 kilometers away, which was now given the name desert glass. But from where did these pieces of glass, spread across thousands of miles of area, come from? It was important to head toward the desert to find the answers. After 3 days and 3 nights of continuous traveling, that point came which the researchers were looking for. This is the Sea of Desert. Wherever you look, it's only sand dunes. There are no humans or animals here. There were numerous pieces of glass scattered all over the desert, whereas there were many that were buried inside the sand. It is as if some kind of catastrophe happened here, because of which these glasses came into being. For the past several years, there was no information about these mysterious pieces of glass, whereas now, there were millions of pieces of glass scattered all over the desert. Now it was time to know, how did they come here? Modern lab testing of many samples was done, and it was found that there were a few particles in it which were really alien to our planet. And there was another important piece of information that was known from this test, that this piece of glass was 30 million years old. And according to scientists, it could mean only one thing, that this area was once hit by a big meteoroid. Although every day many meteoroids come close to Earth, as soon as they enter the Earth's atmosphere, they catch fire because of friction, and before touching the ground, they become vaporized. But if the size of the meteoroid is quite large, then it becomes successful in reaching Earth, and obviously it creates mass destruction. The explosion that follows after a meteorite hits the land is 10,000 times more powerful than a nuclear blast, and the heat generated is equivalent to the surface temperature of the sun. The biggest sign of meteorites falling on Earth is large craters. They can be so large that you might feel you're standing beside a gorge or a chasm. But in this part of the desert, there was no such crater far and wide, which could confirm the falling of a meteorite theory. The mystery of the desert glass was taking many turns. It started with Tutankhamun's necklace, and now it was about the meteorite. From glass experts to meteoroid experts, all were busy solving this puzzle. But then a scientist and geologist, Dr. Farouk Elbaz, ultimately solved this puzzle. Dr. Farouk spotted a location 100 kilometers away by seeing a satellite image where a meteorite had struck the Earth long ago. And being an expert in geology, he said that 7,000 years ago, this sea of desert used to be a place filled with greenery, where there were rivers and many lakes. And as this glass was 30 million years old, therefore at that time, the geography of this location was quite different. When the meteoroid hit this place 100 kilometers away upon the mountains of sandstone, it would have melted the sandstone in a split second. As soon as the molten sandstone lava came in contact with water, it cooled off immediately, and this unique silica glass was formed, which was carried away through the rivers 100 kilometers away up to this point. It took scientists 100 years to solve the mystery of desert glass. This glass is called desert glass or pure silica glass, which is only found in this desert of Africa. Every year when the dunes change their location with the blow of wind, new pieces of glass are recovered. Still now, the biggest piece that researchers have found is 26 kilograms. We'll meet you in another amazing video.